There's been dramatic changes along that offensive line here so far this preseason, this regular season, and that theme continues as the Pittsburgh Steelers march toward a game in Denver to face the Broncos. Welcome back on a Thursday here to Mike Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. As always, I appreciate you for stopping by. Let's dive in and talk a little bit about that offensive line here today and analyze what we should see or what we should expect from this offensive line moving into this game Sunday, and what I call a must win. It's this part of the season is a part that the Steelers have to do well in my eyes. They have to build themselves a cushion within that AFC North division, and they need to be able to have a little bit of leeway in that back half to where they will play quality team after quality team, and it's just going to be a brutal stretch, and I know the players discounted that a little bit. I do too, considering I think the Steelers perform well in the AFC North. However, if you look at it, it's a rough stretch, and the Steelers need to make sure they are taking care of business here now early. And that all revolves around what, guys? The offensive line. We talk about it here on the channel all the time, how important the offensive line is, where this all starts, where this whole franchise is built from. That is the cornerstone pieces of the offensive line, particularly at the tackle spot. You look at some of the injuries that have happened. You've had Isaac Seumalo out with a pectoral injury, guard Spencer Anderson playing in his spot. You have now Dan Moore Jr., a guy that has been bad, but yet has played really well this season so far, now dealing with an ankle injury, did not participate in practice on Wednesday. Now you look at Broderick Jones, who had a little bit of an elbow injury, didn't have a very good preseason. Now he slides over to the spot we've all wanted him to be at, left tackle, to become that franchise guy. And possibly he remains there moving forward. We'll see, depending on his performance, depending on the significance of Dan Moore Jr.'s injury. I think that you may see him for an extended period here. We'll continue to monitor that. But again, Broderick Jones dealing with that little bit of the elbow. I'm not sure how that is healed up, if that's still bothering him in any way, shape, or form. But Broderick now has to go and play that left tackle spot and withstand this test and really be able to step up in a big, big way. That also makes room for who? Injured player that is coming back in Troy Fautanu, the rookie drafted in 2024, a guy that there are super high expectations for, a guy that I think can get the job done, but when he's injured, when he's nicked up, he's a rookie. He's going to give up sacks. He's going to make mistakes, especially if he's not 1,000% healthy. However, you're going to maybe see Troy Fautanu make his return in Denver and be able to get his first NFL start under his belt at right tackle. Now you look at your starting Justin Fields. Justin Fields, the young quarterback, had a lot of time in Chicago, but yet new to the Steelers, new to this offensive system with Arthur Smith. Behind center now, the game plan should be tailored more toward Justin Fields. And you are starting now, though, out with Justin Fields and the Justin Fields era, perhaps. And you're seeing two different faces at tackle. And you're seeing a different face at left guard. And those things could concern you. Also, to add into the mix, you have a rookie center in Zach Frazier, whom I thought played really, really well in week one. Yes, there was a couple bobbled snaps and things of that nature, but again, I think the overall performance was stellar by Zach Frazier, and I really continue to have high hopes for him. But if you look at this offensive line and the broad picture here, you look at how many young faces, new faces, are now inserted into this offensive line going into a monster game early in the season, on the road for the second consecutive week, crowd noise, things of that nature. Are they going to be able to withstand this test? Are they going to rise to the occasion? Is this a good thing? I think that it is a 50-50 chance, guys, honestly, to be truthful. Nobody really truly knows. It's one of those things that you're going to have to roll the ball out there and see exactly what happens as the game unfolds. Nobody can really give you a true indicator of how this is all going to work, considering the immense amount of young talent and new faces across the whole offensive line. It's going to be a challenge, yes, but I think and I hope that Arthur Smith formulates a game plan in order to make those guys successful. Lean on the run game early in Denver, if you ask me. Allow those guys, those young faces, those guys that are switching positions, such as Broderick Jones, allow all these new pieces to get steady, to get comfortable quickly by doing what, guys? That's running the football. And I think that's exactly what you'll see Arthur Smith do, and Mike Tomlin really want Arthur Smith to do early and often in that football game in Denver. And that is run the damn football and run it down people's throats. There is no better medicine for an offensive lineman to get comfortable, to get his confidence built than running the football. Yes, you got to throw it, but running the football consistently is an offensive lineman's best friend, because that's what they love to do. They love to run block. They love to come downhill and lay the lumber to people, using their pulls, using their shifts and movements to really facilitate that running game in a big way, and cause major disruption on the defense, and really just be physical and dominating, and show that to the opposing defense, to where that gives them that confidence, that fire, that they can do it, that they're ready. So I really have high hopes that that's exactly what the game plan will be. But you look at those guys at tackle. Broderick is a new face there, really. Honestly, he doesn't have a lot of time there. Very, very limited time in his short NFL career. Only going into this is year 2. And then you look at Troy Fautanu, a guy that has no NFL experience except for the preseason, and he got nicked up there. He got a knee injury. So in pass sets, when Denver is really going to try to bring the heat and bring the pressure, how do they attack the Pittsburgh Steelers with those 2 new faces at tackle? Also, new faces at left guard and center, and James Daniels being the only real veteran there. And how does Denver attack that? Do they bring 5, 6 guys? Do they force the pressure and force Justin Fields to make quick decisions? I think that that's possibly how they attack it. I think that you see the Denver Broncos bringing 5 a lot. Why? Because I think they want to bring as many numbers as they can downhill to really confuse this offensive line, to really try to dictate the pace and control this football game, and not allow the Steelers to utilize that run game. And I think Denver understands that that's what the Steelers are going to come out wanting to do, with an athletic quarterback in Justin Fields that's been a known runner, with all the new faces along the offensive line. The Denver Broncos are going to be well aware of what the Steelers are trying to do. But I think this sets up one good thing for the Steelers, and I think it's something that Steeler fans are excited about. If that all happens and the Denver Broncos try to bring large quantities of numbers downhill to try to control the run game and force mistakes by the offensive line to create pressure, I think that sets up an excellent opportunity to utilize the action game in a big way. And I think that's where Justin Fields could take over this ball game and really do some damage with your speedy wide receivers like Calvin Austin, big body, shifty type guys like a George Pickens. I think there you can use a guy like a Van Jefferson. Does Roman Wilson start to work his way back into the fold? I think there's a lot of questions there that could be answered rather quickly with a good action game in Denver. Also, utilize those tight ends, guys. Get Darnell involved. Get Pat involved early. Ins, outs, quick slants, drags. Get those those tight ends involved early, and that will be your best friend in that action game, because those tight ends allow you an outlet to dump the ball down when you're utilizing those action games. When you're using the play action run and you're setting that up with a Najee or Jalen, they're going into block mode typically once they get that fake. So you won't have them as your safety valve typically, and you're going to need those tight ends as your safety valve if that over-the-top play isn't open. But if you're Justin Fields, you need to remember one thing in this game. Take chances, take the opportunities, and push the ball down the field. That will help spread out things a little bit in order for the Pittsburgh Steelers to be successful in the run game and be successful in the pass game. And I think that this offensive line could really shine, or I think it could be complete disaster. It's just going to be something we have to see again, guys. Nobody truly knows, because this is a different unit. This is a new unit that we have never seen play ball before together. So, That's it. That's the gist of the offensive line, and that's where we are sitting currently as we head into this next game, game 2 of the 2024 regular season for your Pittsburgh Steelers. So we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff here, and really help spread the message of the channel. I truly, truly appreciate every one of you and value your view, value the like, all that good stuff. I really, really value it, and I try to put you guys as the most important piece of this puzzle here on the channel as the viewers. So put your comments in there. Let me know, sound off what you think about this offensive line. Also, don't forget to get yourself a piece of the Mic Drop Mafia membership for 99 cents a month. Always will be 99 cents a month, and expect some members only exclusive content, priority in the chat, emojis, all types of good stuff, loyalty badges, and get yourself involved here with the Mic Drop Mafia. So until tonight for the live show around 8:20, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time here on Mic Drop Sports, I'm Jason. We'll catch you later. Peace.